What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about a retired police officer by the name of Petlyn Joab. She is the woman that you see there. That's her and her boyfriend, who she took the life of and then took the life of herself. And this was after she had spoken about, I believe last year, how she was living her best life. So she was living her best life, but she still decided to take not only her life, but the life of her boyfriend. Now, I don't know what happened. I'm not going to sit here and speculate. The reasoning for me doing this video is to speak on the fact that a lot of people's mental health is not in the right place. Or say whatever you want. This is clearly a situation of mental health, a situation of when love goes wrong and somebody wants to hold on to something and the other person doesn't. I mean, this is what this is. Because why would you do this? Why would you leave a family without their loved one? His name was Alex Delone. He was of Haitian descent, and they were dating. It's not really clear how long they were dating. She went on a trip to Morocco last year with, I'm assuming, family or friends, and he didn't go with her. I didn't see him in any of the photos that they had together. But this relationship went wrong somewhere. You know, this woman is a mother of 3 children. I believe the youngest is 12 years old. So you have a 12-year-old that is going to be left without a mother, all because she just couldn't let go. You know, people love to talk about how men can't handle rejection. Again, I'm not going to speculate, but we're having a conversation here. We're talking about why this woman would do what she did. A woman who was a police officer for years. She retired in 2021, right? And according to her, she was living her best life. So how do you go from living your best life, you're traveling, you're going to all these different places, how do you end up taking the life of your boyfriend and then yourself? Because she couldn't live with what she had done, because it was a crime of passion. It was a crime of passion. Did he talk about leaving you? Did he not want to be with you anymore? Did you come to the realization that maybe he didn't love you as much as you love him? Why would you do this? This man was a father as well. Not only was he, is being lost by his family, he was a father of I believe a 21-year-old daughter. And Petlyn, she is a mother as well of 3 children. This was clearly a woman that was not happy. She could say that she's living her best life, but obviously she wasn't if this is the final result. It did not have to come to this, but these things are happening more and more. And let me tell you why this is worse than crimes where the person takes the life of somebody else and that person is caught and put into prison, right? Because 2 people lose their life. The person who did it, and then they turn it around and take themselves out. Because now you got 2 families that are grieving, and there are still no answers. At least if the person were alive, you were able to get to the root of why this happened. And according to Alex's family, you know, he was a great guy, never raised his voice. He wasn't that type of person. He would always look to find solutions. He's not somebody that's going to go out here and get into it with people. So why did it come to this? You know, stuff like this is planned. I'm sorry. Because if you are having a disagreement with somebody, or you're having issues with somebody, you know, people are always thinking of ways of settling it for themselves. Because this is very extreme to take someone's life like this. Someone that you were in a relationship with, somebody that, you know, you cared about. this is very extreme way of going about loving somebody. And I want y'all to understand something. There's a reason why I do these videos. See, I don't have an agenda. Well, if I have a true agenda, it's to point out the fact that we as a society, we're crumbling. We are people whose mental health is getting worse and worse. And we're seeing depravity. We're seeing a lot of dysfunction. And we're seeing this society fall apart from the seams. And the thing is that the more freedom and the more opportunities that women have, the more unhappy they are. This woman said that she was living her best life. And then months later, she does this. So what does that tell you? That a lot of these women are not happy at all. And it's sad that they're not able to find happiness, but that's what happens when society puts women, shoulder to shoulder with men and say, listen, you can compete with him. You can take his job. You can make the money that he makes. You can be him. But, women can't be men and men can't be women. I don't care what anybody says. It's up to you to find what makes you happy at the end of the day. But happiness, it's not always going to be easy to find, but you have to work towards it. Well, let's get into this article. I got two different ones here, but I'm gonna go with the one from meow.com. It says a former NYPD officer was found deceased along with her boyfriend and apparent double deletion, so to speak, in an East Flatbush home on Friday, February 3rd, 2023, according to the New York Police Department. Both individuals were found with shot wounds after Petlyn Joab, who was 49, took the life of her boyfriend, Alex Delone, who was 52, by shooting him in the head. Before turning the weapon on herself, the incident reportedly occurred on Beverly Road near East 48th Street around 1:52 p.m. This was in the afternoon. While Joab had a shot wound under her jaw, Delone was struck in the head, according to police confirmed. According to the NY Post, Delone's nephew, Jaye Delone, who is 19, said the tragedy had broken the family. If he had a trouble anytime, he'd come through with a solution. He'd have a way to resolve it peacefully, he said, adding, I know for a fact that my uncle would never do something like that. He wouldn't have started anything. I never heard him raise his voice at anybody. Delone was originally from Haiti and had a business that sold used cars. He was a beautiful human soul, said Delone's father. The pair's bodies were discovered after a friend of Joab's could not get in touch as the phone rang and no one answered. The friend who was supposed to meet her went over. This is where she reportedly discovered the bodies in the bedroom. Now, Petlyn, a single mother of 3, reportedly retired from the NYPD in September 2021. She posted various photos on Facebook documenting her travels and the time she spent with her family. Her youngest child is a daughter, age 12. According to her Facebook profile, she is from Brooklyn, New York, and studied sociology at the University of Southern California, Coastal Carolina College. Basically, she went to Coastal Carolina University. Many of her recent posts indicate that she went to Morocco in late 2022. Well, the days are drawing nearer and it's almost time to come back home. But I must say, I enjoyed the time while here in Morocco, she wrote in one post. In another, she said, living my best life in 2022. Well, it's very obvious that 2023 didn't start off on the right foot with her. If this was the result, 2 people gone when they should still be here. This woman was clearly unhappy. The trips didn't help. It helped for a little bit, but You know, if you understand, a lot of times when you're no longer in your career, because she was a career police officer, and once you no longer have that career, because I even saw it where she said she no longer has the career that she had, where she met celebrities and, you know, just the job. You know, she, you know, enjoyed her job as a police officer, but then she retires at 49, and she really does not have anything of interest in her life. It's like a lot of people who retire and they don't have any interest outside of their career. As you can see there, living my best life in 2022. She shared some photos in September 28th, 2021, confirming her retirement. My last day at work, and my coworker surprised me with a fabulous retirement brunch, which I sure wish I had known about before I spent my last $10 to buy breakfast, she wrote. And that's her right there. Her last day at work. I gotta understand, man, when these people are in these careers and they leave it, they have nothing. That's why you have to plan for the future. There has to be something that you want to do once you're no longer in your career, because that can bring on depression. When you had a purpose as a police officer and then you no longer have that purpose, you know, there are also perks to being a police officer as well. When you no longer have that, you're just a civilian, right? A lot of these people don't know how to adjust to that. Just like when you become a professional athlete, you've been an athlete your whole life. Once you retire, that's it. That's it. And a lot of these guys who retire from the NFL, the NBA, they're still in their 30s. They're in their early to mid 30s. They still have a lot of life to be lived, and they don't really have a direction. Some will go into coaching. Some will go into sports broadcasting. Maybe they'll be a podcaster. Who knows? This is definitely sad. But this is what happened, and it's unfortunate for her family. I wouldn't necessarily say for her, because she did this to herself, and no, she gets no sympathy from me. Petlyn Joab gets no sympathy from me. You took the life of this man. You took him away from his daughter. You took him away from his family, and then you took yourself away from your family. You took that way out. The only people I feel sorry for is him and his family and her family. And it's unfortunate. There's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of women out here who are dealing with mental health issues, and they don't get it addressed. They just let it simmer. They let it simmer. And then they take it out on the person right next to them when they really didn't have to. You could walk away from this. Or if you can't walk away, work to get therapy. Listen, you can't keep somebody with you that don't want to be with you. And it was clear this guy may have wanted out, and she wasn't going to let him out. But we'll never know. We'll never know. Again, that's just my opinion. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I will see y'all on the next video.